started the business in 2004. So Kevin and I are two of the founding members of the business, and our focus is always to focus on IP video technology. At the time that it was coming to the fore in the market.
That was very immature at that point, actually, wasn't it? It was really just starting. The technology wasn't particularly mature. IT was barely aware of it, and we were right at the forefront of taking that technology and, well, not only building a business from it, but building an IT technology-focused business with this new technology.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we did as a business was when we saw IP video technology becoming the new platform for security going forward. We looked at who's going to buy this technology, because traditionally security has always been bought by security managers, facility managers, and that kind of people. At that point we saw that changing, and we saw that IT people and IT departments and IT managers were going to play a bigger role in this convergence to IP in general. So our business was far more focused and tailored towards the IT managers and IT teams, and that's been one of the reasons for the success over the years.
Cameras became an IT product, understandable by IT people because they were fairly technically complex. It wasn't just a case now of plugging something into something else and it just working. It was a case of complex configurations, understanding how to integrate with 2 pieces of technology or 3 pieces of technology together, and we've essentially taken our business and built it on that platform with more and more complex technology as we've grown.
Yeah. I think also the background to that is also that what we saw in IT in general is that IT departments started to implement all sorts of new systems on their network, telephone systems, in manufacturing, all sorts of SCADA systems. So IP became a whole new opportunity for people to consolidate everything within IT, and that's how now 2019, 15 years on, that's happened, and security and CCTV is only one part of actually that's gone onto IT platforms, and so we have been lucky to an extent that development has taken place over all those years, and we've just been part of a trend essentially, and we were lucky enough to be at the right time in the right moment, as they say in business, and I think that's at the heart of the success. We looked at things very differently from how the market was at the time, particularly the security market, which has always been a fairly sort of traditional market up to that point. We looked at IP video technology or IP CCTV, whatever you want to call it. We thought we didn't look at it as a security type of technology. We look at what can we do with this technology in a wider sense. So yes, obviously it is going to be used for CCTV and security in that sense, but we looked at also all sorts of operational applications, including project management, live streaming of video onto websites for tourism and the leisure industry. There's a product called Streamdays that we have. We looked in 2007, 2008. We developed probably the first cloud-based CCTV system, definitely in the UK, possibly in the world, or definitely in Europe. And it was called Security Station, which was a 2 or 3 year project we worked on. We launched it, but by the time we launched it, other people already overtaken us with other technologies, because the pace of technology was so quickly that we actually couldn't get it to market as quickly as was required. But the philosophy was that we sell it in other areas. So for example, we work a lot in Chester Zoo, where a lot of cameras are being used for animal welfare and animal analysis. We do a lot of cameras that are used for health and safety, staff security, and in manufacturing on operational processes like conveyor belts, spray plants, and all that kind of things. And that's been a big development over the years.
I think the nature of the technology means that it can be put to so many different uses, and certainly when we started the business, we were always looking for new possibilities with the technology. So, building a cloud-based service with live video which we were doing from a security point of view, was a natural progression, and we put a lot of effort into that at the time.
What we see over time, and if you speak to police officers, etc., what they are looking for, if there has been a crime of some sort, is they are looking for forensic evidence. Obviously, the police is now so busy these days; they don't have always, unfortunately, the time to spend an awful lot of time on investigations. And one of the things that they look for to put a puzzle together of a crime is CCTV. And that forensic evidence is absolutely critical in the fight against crime and all the things that we're dealing with in the world these days.
And what a difference high resolution IP video makes in that for that purpose.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, because when we started, and as we said before, we looked at 640 by 480 resolution cameras, which were debatable whether it always was suitable or functional. Obviously now 15 years on, and we now all used to high definition video, and that's made a massive difference in the use of CCTV widespread, and in particular for use in evidence material.
The technology has grown and changed rapidly over the last 15 or so years that we've been around. The initial push was an increase in camera technology, which was really towards the visual side of things. So the sensor technology was rapidly increasing. Image quality was getting better and better over time. Then we moved on to analytics, detection technologies and methodologies. And more recently, we've looked at kind of operational changes, so software that helps people manage huge amounts of video data, for instance. Which makes the operation of a security team using CCTV much easier, and that becomes a huge challenge when we're talking about huge amounts of video data, which is what IP systems generate.
We see businesses, and including our customers, they're using IP-based CCTV systems for all kinds of users and applications. And there are some customers who really understand this, and rather than a CCTV camera or CCTV system just being used for security, which deals with one element of a business need, a lot of businesses that we see and what we advise is actually to look for multiple applications when CCTV has been put in. So we give you one example, and one of, I think, our smartest customers who's using this is a company called Freightliner Group, who transport goods across the whole of the UK. And they are actually using the cameras, one for security, particularly at night time and over weekends, but they're using it very heavily for insurance and dealing with damages of all the activity that goes on their container terminals, where containers may get damaged, and they are handling containers, and there is obviously damage to containers from time to time. So they're using it for insurance claims, they're using it in their disputes with potential customers. They're using it to smoothen out their operations in terms of their remote sites where they're unmanned, so they're having remote access, remote viewing of those sites that could be in the middle of the countryside that they need to keep an eye on. They're keeping an eye on train movements, they're recording train numbers, they're looking at parts of the train that needs monitoring from a maintenance point of view. So they're using it for so many different applications that the payback on the CCTV system is very quick, and that has been a huge success story. But as we just discussed, and as Kevin indicated, is again, there's a lot of data that is being watched and being stored, and what is happening now in industry, where there's a lot of focus, is how do you find the right piece of data or video that you're looking for, how do you find that quickly? Because as we're all starting to use CCTV more and more, it becomes important to actually find that needle in the haystack, and there's a lot of technology now focusing on that.
Yeah, and I think that early in the business people came to us specifically for CCTV cameras. More and more now people are coming to us for cameras for completely different reasons. Not just the likes of Freightliner, but other manufacturing processes and types of businesses that are looking for that kind of technology integrated into their business to give themselves operational improvements.
We have worked with two companies that are leading in our field, which is Access Communications of Sweden and Milestone from Denmark. Milestone being a video management software stroke system, and Access being a lot of camera hardware that we've used over the years. We've had relationship with the companies for the 15 years that we've been in existence, and that loyalty and that trust that's been built up between us and those partners as transfers into benefits to customers who really receive an excellent service from us with the support of those manufacturers. And from a Milestone point of view, there has been an awful lot of technological development over the years and going forward.
Yeah, and because we've always had a very close relationship with Milestone, we've grown our business on the back of it, and Access as well. And also we like to think that we've helped them to develop their products as well, because we give meaningful feedback, because we like to tear the products apart and truly understand them, truly understand the technology that they're bringing to our business, but truly understand how that technology is used by the customers.
One, partnerships are absolutely fundamentally key in what we do. And although we see some other businesses in our industry who do the same, and they have equal measures of success in various parts of the country, but that's not typically how the industry operates. So our industry is extremely fragmented. So there are literally over 5,000 companies in the UK involved with security one way or another. Now, not all 5,000 are operating in the same way. And how we see ourselves is that because of our focus on the delivery of functioning technology, which is not always easy, it is complex at the back end to make it work for customers. So that's knowledge. So we put a lot of focus on expertise and knowledge, and giving customers solutions that work in the long run with long-term support. So our business is very different in that when people buy a solution from us, and we've got plenty of examples, and we've been in business long enough to make this claim, we literally have customers that have been with us for 15 years, because what we've sold them was a solution for the long term. We're still supporting it today. With Milestone and with Access, there was always an upgrade and upskill path. So the systems, when they were modern 15 years ago, what we sold, these systems are still modern today because we have upgraded them along a very logical upgrade path. And traditionally, what you did see in CCTV, and I believe this happens a lot today, that people install CCTV systems, they are unsupportable for one way or another, and after 5 or 6 or 7 years, they get thrown out, and a customer or organization install a new one, and they have that for X number of years. We are different in that we have broken that cycle, and we have never had a system ripped out that we installed. All the systems that we have put in, they're still running today, and I see them running for the next 10 years, obviously with the necessary upgrades and advances that come along.
Absolutely, and it's not to say that doesn't provide us with a technical challenge in the business.
Yeah, it does.
And it does. But I think we've got the technical capability and have had that since day one to make that model work and make it work really successfully.
We've been in business for 15 years, and we have built up an awful lot of knowledge, in-depth knowledge about this industry, about the technology, about best use cases, about best practice. We advocate best practice internally, but we also advocate it outside. And we will carry that forward in the future with our existing customers, with our new customers. So for anybody who's interested to work with a business that works to high standards with high ethical beliefs and a true eye for detail and a drive for a good customer experience, and in particular long-term investment protection, that's what we stand for. That is what we offer, and I would invite anybody to come and talk to us if you're thinking along those same lines.
Choose a trusted partner, someone who can demonstrate that they have competence and knowledge, but also has the support not only within their own business in terms of a service desk or what have you, but also the backup from really good manufacturers, and that whole chain it can be well supported. You'll have a much better system that will run for the long haul and give you return on investment. Very important to choose the right provider.
So people can contact NW simply by going to our website nwsecuritygroup.com or ringing us on 0151 633 211. Or
we have some social media channels. Feel free to hit those on Twitter mostly, and LinkedIn as well. We're on them all.